What's going on, Wrestling View fans? This is your man, Chester Colston, the host of the Wrestling View, here with a review and the rundown of GCW's pay-per-view Wasted Time on Fite TV from Pop's Bar in Illinois. We're going to talk about some of the main matches on the card, and the first death match we're going to talk about is Madman Pondo took on Sawyer Rick. It was an intergender death match to where we seen Madman Pongo actually took a staple gun and stapled some money to Sawyer Rick's private parts. And I was like, whoa, it kind of blew me away right there. In return, she came back into the staple gun and stapled some money to his face. It was a typical death match with all the, with all the typical death match things. You seen a bat that had a saw blade on it to where she ran across Madman Pongo's head and split him open. And that was kind of wild for the crowd to be begging for them to come to the east side, like, do it on this side, do it on this side, all four sides, corner of the ring, to where it was a typical death match, but it was really, really good. She actually became the death match queen this night because she did an excellent thing in the intergender match, which she actually won and beat Madman Pondo. Then we're going to go to the match with Jimmy Lloyd took on Jake Lander, which was a typical regular match, typical wrestling match, to where we seen Jimmy Lloyd hit a DDT destroyer. Wow. Not a Canadian destroyer, but a DDT destroyer, something that's very different from the Canadian destroyer. It was awesome to where Jimmy Lloyd actually won that match. Then we seen the GCW Tag Team Triple Threat match between two of ECW's old timers that came back for this match. Two Cold Scorpio teamed up with the Sandman, took on the Second Gear Crew and Los Macedos, which Los Macedos are the GCW Tag Team Champions, which they actually won. It was a fairly short match, I guess, because of the old guys in the ring, two Cold Scorpio and the Sandman, where the Sandman actually really got knocked out because they did a move on him where he hit the door. He went head first into the door. He didn't even see it coming. He was out during the duration of the match. But he was still in the Sandman typical form with his candlestick and his Budweiser, drinking the beer, sharing the beer with the crowd. And then Tuco Scorpio also dancing with the people in the crowd and everything. It was a typical Tuco Scorpio and Sandman sighting. But like I said, it was a short match just for nostalgia for the ECW originals. And like I said, Los Macedos, they won and retained their GCW championships. Then we come to Iffy taking on John Wayne Murdoch, was kind of like a light death match where you seen the skewer, they were sticking them in each other's heads, and John Wayne Murdoch took a skewer and sticking it in Iffy's ass and took it out and licked it. I was like, man, come on, that's a bit much, but typical GCW where anything almost goes, to where Iffy defeated John Wayne Murdoch in that match. Then we come to the main event match, the GCW Heavyweight Championship, where the heavyweight champion Nick Gage took on Cole Radrick. And like I said earlier, Tony Drippin, he won this match to determine who he would take on December 16th. Would it be Nick Gage or Cole Radrick? Which the winner overall was Nick Gage, because it was a typical Nick Gage match with the pizza cutters, the light bulbs, and extreme window glare pass and all that stuff. They had blades cutting each other and everything like that. It was a typical GCW hardcore match to where Nick Gage won. And that set up the match between him and Tony Deppen on December 16th. Well, a lot of people think that Tony Deppen might actually win that match against Nick Gage because it's two styles of hardcore and you have the basic wrestler. So it's going to be an interesting match December 16th on the next pay-per-view that GCW put on. Remember, this was a good pay-per-view match. It's worth the money. Check it out. If you like GCW hardcore matches, death matches, this will be the pay-per-view for you. Check it out. It was called GCW Wasted Time from Pop's Bar in Illinois on Fite TV. It happened tonight, December the 3rd. It came on at 8 o'clock. They're having the replay now, so you can go back and watch it right now if you want to catch it. It was a really good thing. Support GCW, support independent wrestling, support the Wrestling View channel. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and support the channel. I'll keep coming back with more reviews from pay-per-views, from wrestling, from AEW, WWE, ECW, all kind of wrestling events going around. Come back and check it out. Peace.